Hi, in this video I want to talk about the AC issues with the i8. It's a well-known fact that, it's well-known that the BMW has issues with the AC compressor going wrong. This has been well documented by a lot of videos, a lot of people on the internet, Facebook groups, etc., that the i8 AC can and will fail at some point, which can result in metal swarf being pushed into the lines and potentially causing a big bill. Anytime that the AC has issues, they recommend that you should change the compressor over. Now, obviously, this is quite an expense. It's generally BMW that'll do it, and they'll charge maybe £1,600 or so. This video is to try and put people's mind at ease and to try and explain it may not actually be an issue as people think. Now, this was originally brought to light from the excellent Pat's Garage. Now, I can't take anything away from Pat because these videos that certainly inspired me and showed me a few things. However, I think on this occasion, it may need a little bit more looking into than what he's been told. He's not had the issues himself. What he is being told is by somebody else. Now, the compressor will start to make a noise, which will obviously make people worry and think that something's going to happen to it. It's going to break down. So they will take it to BMW. Now, BMW, yes, they're experts at repairing BMW cars, but they're not really an expert on the i8. The reason being is because there's not many i8s, not many going for repair, and they don't get to see that many. Although they are BMW experts, they are trained on the i8. You still can't beat experience from repetitive work, which is not what to do with the i8 at all, because I say they hardly go wrong really, and people obviously take it to BMW rather than some backstreet garage, which again is totally understandable. It's an exotic car. Now, when you take a car to BMW, their way of working is not to repair, it's to replace. So if you go in and say your compressor's making a noise, they're going to replace it. They're not going to try effect a repair. So what happens if you obviously have this noise? You'll go in and you have to think of it this way. Will they spend an hour, say, regassing it for £100, £120 and finding that the car's fine, right? Or will they take the air compressor off, the AC off, and change it over to a new one and obviously regas it and then charge you £1,600? The answer is the latter. Every single time they're going to want more money out of you, so they will always replace rather than repair. Take anything into BMW with this car. Say that it's got an oil leak in the engine. They're not going to take the engine apart to replace a gasket. They're going to say it needs a new engine every single time, because they're taking an engine out, so I'm not putting an engine back in again. They're going to spend a day or so doing this, so they will always just put a new engine in. It's the same with the air compressor. They are going to want to change the air compressor over every single time. Now, why I say this, I bought my car, this one here, it's a 2014 version. I bought it in March this year. It's now October. I bought it in March this year, and within a week to 10 days of getting it, it started making this noise, the air compressor. There's a video on my website, or on my YouTube videos, showing what the noise is, like a very, very fast tapping noise. It reminded me of a tire inflator that you plug into the cigarette lighter, a really fast tapping. So, of course, I immediately Googled it and immediately started panicking, because everyone was saying to me, get your aircon replaced. You know, no questions, straight away. Get it taken into BMW, get them to put a new air conditioning unit on it. Of course, it was still under warranty, so it wouldn't have really bothered me. However, I decided to take it to an AC specialist to get their opinion. And the moment he heard it, he said straight away, it just needs a regas. He said the noise you hear is a solenoid, which is opening and closing very fast because the pressure is so low, it opens and closes very, very fast, which is the fast tapping. So, and he reassured me, he said it just needs a regas. So he hooked up to his machine. Now, this car should have 73 grams of gas in it. Now, the gas also has a lubricant. So when he checked mine was down to 630 grams it should have. When he checked mine was down to 70 grams. So straight away it was way lower than what it should. He topped it up, put the gas and the oil in, and set it going again, and absolutely fine. And I said that was March this year. That was about 5,000 miles ago, and I've not had the issue since. So all these people that said to me, you need to replace the air conditioning unit over for a cost of about £1,600, where basically none of them really knew. They were just saying because they'd heard other people say. And the problem is the amount of times people say things, it then becomes a known issue. It then becomes truth, when in reality, it's not truth at all. It's just what people have heard, and it's like Chinese whispers. It's just spread around, and people start believing it's gospel. So why would they do this? If it gets low, now my car hadn't been used for some time. It was, say I bought it in March this year, and it's a 2014 model, and so obviously 10-year-old, more than 10-year-old, and it had 23,500 miles in it. It's a very low mileage for the year. So it hadn't been used much. Now they recommend that you should change the gas over every 2 years, and I can guarantee that most people won't do that. Get it changed over, topped up, as it has lubricants in which can cause issues. Now, I've done a little bit of research on this, and I've asked questions on Facebook groups, etc., to see out of all those people that have had this issue and had the air compressor changed over, whether under warranty or not, how many of them have actually seen with their own eyes that the air conditioning unit had failed, that the pump had failed. There was bits of fragments of metal, etc. Not one person has showed me evidence. I've had plenty of people say, "Oh yeah, it's." I've had plenty of people say, "Yes, it was changed over because it was broken." I've had a few people saying, "Yes, I've seen it with my own eyes and it was broken." Well, I'm saying a few. I've had two, I think. But I have not had one person show me any photographic evidence to show that the impeller on the pump had actually broken and fractured and sent bits of metal down the pipeline. Now the air compressor is obviously very important on this car. It cools, not only does it cool the cabin, but it also cools the high voltage batteries. So if the last thing you want is for this to go faulty, it needs looking after. And I don't know why people don't service it and get the gas replaced every 2 years, which is what's recommended. So my message to you is to, obviously if you get one of these cars and you do get this noise, don't panic, get it taken in, preferably not to BMW to begin with, because they will just say, we will replace the air compressor, impeller and the pump, etc., and charge £1,600, because at the end of the day, it's in their interest to make money. That is what they're there for. They want to make money. And they know you're going to pay it. It's an exotic car, it's an expensive car. They know you're going to pay it. So take it into an AC specialist first. Get them to check the gas that's in it to see if it's low. If it is low, get to top it up. Hopefully, like me, and like many other people that I know, because I've recommended this, it'll just go back to normal and it'll be absolutely fine. Save you a fortune and it'll be up and running in an hour or two, rather than waiting a couple of weeks for BMW to get this item in. So if you have any thoughts on this, then please put something in the comments below. I'd like to hear them. And as I said, don't tell me that it's a known issue because you've heard it is. I'd rather hear from people that believe that have seen it with their own eyes and that can prove it to me that this is a damage or a failure on the system, because I don't think it is. I think that it's just lack of maintenance, lack of knowledge, through no fault of our own, and the spreading of a fault that's maybe not even there. I'm not saying that it's never gone, that they've never broken, because clearly it's mechanical item which can break, will break, a lot do. But what I'm saying, it's not the issue that people make out to be. So I hope that puts people's mind at ease, and thank you for watching this video.